Hello, good day students. You are welcome to our BST chemistry class for today. This class is for JSS2 students and also serves as a revision class for our JSS3 students. Okay, our topic today says chemical industries. Chemical industries. And our specific objectives for this lesson is that at the end of the lesson, every student should be able to explain what a chemical industry is, mention the products of these industries or the various products that are produced by these industries. The students also should be able to mention some of the important raw materials for these industries. Okay, these are our objectives for this lesson. I plead your indulgence to pay maximum attention and bring out your writing materials so that you can take down salient points. Okay, what is a chemical industry? What is a chemical industry? Before I tell you what a chemical industry is, I want to remind you that an industry is a group of firms producing similar products. An industry is a group of firms that produce similar products. Now, when we talk about chemical industries, we are talking about industries that use chemical products or chemicals or raw materials to produce chemical products. Okay, like I said earlier, an industry is a group of firms that produce similar products. So we can say we have our education industry. Education industry. So education industry, we have the banking industry, we have the entertainment industry. So in the entertainment industry are those industries that produce our movies and songs and all other forms of entertainment. So they are categorized under the entertainment industry. Education industry, you have your secondary schools, nursery school, primary school, universities. They are all part of the education industry. Now, we have the banking industry. You have various banks. They render the same type of service, give you loan, save your money for you, make money for you, lend you money, and all the rest of them. So these are the services rendered by the banking industry. We also have other industries that are there producing different types of services. Now today, our major focus is on chemical industry. So we say that a chemical industry is an industry which uses chemical raw materials to produce finished goods or products. A chemical industry is an industry which uses chemical raw materials to produce finished goods or products. So these industries take our raw materials, transform them into products that are usable. Some of these industries also use these raw materials to produce materials for other industries to use. So chemical industry basically are the people who handle the raw materials and also handle the products that are produced from the raw materials to produce finished goods. So in this case, you have them in three different steps. Okay, we have these types of industries. Various types, about three of them. We have the primary industry, we have the secondary industry, and we have the tertiary industry. So the primary industry are the industries that extract raw materials from land or sea to produce other usable or materials for other industries to use to produce their products. For instance, crude oil. The petroleum industry is a primary industry in the sense that it drills the oil from the ground, producing other products, and then sending it to the refinery where other materials could be made from the crude oil that they extracted from the ground. So you have your various fractions of the crude oil, the petroleum gas, the kerosene, the diesel, the petrol, the naphtha, and so on and so forth. So many products coming from crude oil. Now, the primary industries are involved in the production of these raw materials or extraction of these raw materials. You have the farmers. Farmers are also part of this primary industry because they produce industrial raw materials that are used for other products. E.g., a farmer who rears animals produces hides and skins which are used in the production of leather. These leathers, another industry takes them up to produce our shoes and our bags. So you see that a farmer is categorized under the primary industry. You have those people who do fishing in the sea. Fishermen are also part of the primary industry because they catch these fishes from the sea and then they are now being used to produce other products like sardine and your geisha. I hope this is making sense to you. So we have also the quarrying industry, those people that produce chippings and all those things. And one major thing about these primary industries is that their products are usually heavy chemicals. Remember, we have the fine chemicals and the heavy chemicals. So the heavy chemicals are usually the products of these primary industries. Okay. The secondary industries, I said that these are sometimes called the manufacturing industry. So they are involved in the conversion of raw materials into other products, either by manual labor or by use of machines. So they either use machines or manual labor, that is by using their hands to convert these materials into, or to convert these raw materials into finished products or finished goods. I said again, they are called secondary industries. Now, there is another industry which they are not usually involved in production. They are usually involved in services. This industry is known as the tertiary industry. So, what's a tertiary industry? These are industries that neither produce a raw material nor make products. Instead, they provide services to other people and industries. They include doctors, bankers, teachers, and so on and so forth. So this industry, what they do is that they render services, which is a completion of what the primary and secondary industry had already started. Take for instance, I've been using hides and skins, so let me continue with hides and skins. When a farmer who rears an animal produces an animal and produces our hides and skin, another industry takes these things to make leather bags and shoes and all leather products, including the seat in your daddy's car or in your mommy's car. By the time these things are produced, they remain in industry. Remember that you go to the market to buy them. You don't buy them directly from the people who have these or who produce these goods, rather you go to retailers or wholesalers to buy from them. This means that these people are also part of these industries because they have made these goods to reach you. Remember that these goods are useless if it doesn't reach the end users. So by bringing these things to the market, bringing them to the supermarket, and bringing them to your houses, they have rendered you a service, so they are part of this industry. So their own work is to render services. So this group of industries are called the tertiary industries. Remember, I said they neither produce nor make products, rather they render services to other people and industries. I hope this sang very well. Okay, now I would want you to pause this video and look at these 3 types of industries again. Try to memorize them and what they are into. Okay, welcome back. Now let's look at major raw materials for industries. Major raw materials for industries. I say that major raw materials for industries includes our air, crude oil, minerals, coal, seawater, natural gas, wood, rubber, etc. So air is a natural raw material. It is used in the production of oxygen and all other things which can be used to produce other goods. Coal also is a natural raw material. Crude oil is a natural raw material. Minerals like iron, calcium, and all these other things that are extracted, they are all natural raw materials which can be used to produce other products. We have our seawater. Seawater is a major source of brine, that is our sodium chloride. So our sodium chloride, that is our table salt, is usually produced from or gotten from seawater. So it is a natural raw material which another industry takes up to produce our salt, which we use in our homes. Natural gas from crude oil and all those ones. Now we have our wood. Wood is another important raw material. It is used in many ways in our furniture, in the body, in the build-up of most lorries. Most lorries are made of wooden bodies. So the lorries or woods are used in the production of this. Now the base of our ship and many other uses which wood finds its application. Now rubber is also a natural raw material gotten from trees also. So you see that these raw materials are produced by farmers. I mean the wood and the rubber, they are produced by farmers. So farmers produce a lot of raw materials that are usually converted into useful products. Hello, I hope this is sinking. Okay, now let's look at other products that are produced from these raw materials. So we have acids, we have esters, we have polypropylene. So polypropylene is one of those things that are used in our plastics. They are all gotten, most of them are gotten from crude oil. We have the ethers, we have our polyvinyl chloride. Polyvinyl chloride. Okay, I believe if your house, the house you are in right now, if it is the roof is not made of POP ceiling, you see that the ceiling there is what we call PVC ceiling. PVC is this polyvinyl chloride, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. So it is used in the production of many plastics material. We have our ethylene, we have so many other solvents that are produced from these raw materials. We have fibers, we have synthetic rubber, we have xylene, we have nylon, we have alcohols. Alcohols are usually made from the fermentation of starch leads to the production of alcohols. So when you have your belly fermented by the use of yeast as a catalyst, you produce your alcohol. So alcohols are also products that are gotten from our raw materials. We have our polyester, we have caustic soda, polyethylene pigments, dyes, and benzene and hyaline. So all these things are products gotten from our natural raw materials, which can also be used to produce other simpler products which we can now classify as fine chemicals. So all these ones are all heavy chemicals in the sense that their purity is very low. They have low degree of purity, they are produced in large quantity, and so on and so forth. Now there are other ones we call the end user products. The end user products. So the end user products, we have adhesives, we have food ingredients, we have fuel additives, we have household materials, insulation materials, packaging materials, painting and coatings, pepper. Remember, pepper is made from wood. Remember that pepper is made from wood. So personal care materials like our cream, our lotion, pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, all these things are gotten from these products. These products that are listed here, the herbicides, the pesticides, and all these things, they are gotten from all these synthetic products or these solvents. Now, looking at these other products, we have our automobiles. So our cars are gotten from, of course, our cars are made of fibers that are also, we have the metal part of the car, which could be iron or aluminium. We have other parts of a car which are plastic, which are glasses, and all these things. Remember, another important raw material which I didn't mention is water. Water is a very important raw material that finds application in most industries. So its uses span through many industries. Another industry or another raw material which is readily available anytime is our sand, our silicon dioxide. Sand is used in the production of glasses and some of all our ceramic materials. So we have carpets, computers, construction materials, containers, cosmetics, and fertilizers. There are many products from which we get our end user products. Now, before we come to the end of this class, I would want you to do an assignment for me. An assignment I want you to do is give me or mention one product that you give me a raw material, mention one of these products and one of the end user products. I give you one as an instance. I said raw material, animal skin. One of the products is hide and skin. That is our leather. Now the end product is the leather sandals and leather bags and leather seats that are produced in your houses and in your cars. Now what you do for me is you name one material or one raw material, name the product and the end user product that are produced from these materials. So this is where we come to the end of this class. Please remember to report in the Google Classroom. I'm taking records of students that are participating already. So what you do is do this, report in the Google Classroom. Remember, it's a lovely weekend. So please take care of yourself and have a nice weekend. Thanks for watching.